Futurecast is all about a conversation of innovation. It is a collaborative effort of obviously AT&T, but innovators, academics, technologists, and anyone just interested in innovation and moving us forward as mankind. This is about our somewhere between 10 and 15 Futurecasts that we have done. Most of those take place at the Foundry in Palo Alto. We also have a foundry, by the way, in Israel and Plano, Texas, and right here in Atlanta. We will be doing more here in Atlanta because this truly is the heart of innovation.
It's a real honor and a pleasure to be here, both at the AT&T Foundry and certainly with Ben, who's, we talked earlier, one of the few people who actually intersects both politics and technology, a man with a remarkable career to date, and he's still a young man, still much to do. Be yourself, Ben.
And there is no pathway for being like a 40-year-old retired civil rights leader. There's no, you just can't go like pull that off the shelf.
Yeah.
What was important to me was that I stay in the groove of my life. My life has been about trying to find relatively simple solutions to relatively complex social problems. I mean, Capitol Hill, the Do-Nothing Congress of the late 1940s was called the Do-Nothing Congress because they passed less than 1,000 bills. The average of the last two Congresses is 250 bills. So it's taking do-nothingism to a whole new level. And at the same time, 10% of those bills were for commemorative coins and the renaming of post offices. Right? So when you tell a young person, go to Capitol Hill, they quickly figure out, I better go somewhere else if I really want to make change.
So diversity in the tech sector, this is a very important subject, right? We look at it in a very, very serious way. We're a technology company that serves the education space. We work with schools and school districts, private and public, and we enable the school to teach students third grade and up, boys, girls, across the board, on how to build mobile apps. There's a lot of focus on entrepreneurship, there's a lot of focus on creative design, there's a lot of focus on product monetization, marketing, and programming. We have, surprisingly, and this wasn't intended, but surprisingly we kind of realized that there's over 65% of our students on our platform today are girls. And so to kind of get to how do you support diversity in the tech sector, we think the way we're doing it is we're enabling girls at a very young age to get excited about technology creation, to get excited about programming. Engineering is generally an underrepresented industry and sort of vertical to focus on by girls. We think that getting them excited at an early age is the way to actually change that, and that's our motto. That's what we're doing.
Because in the technology space, it really doesn't matter kind of what color you are. It's more about what you can do.
I like to think of it as turning obstacles into opportunities. It feels, being underrepresented, you have no choice but to be creative. You have no choice but to think outside the box. And that's where some of the best ideas in technology come from. So being underrepresented for me is more so of an opportunity than an obstacle.
I think investing in inclusion means much more in diversity of thought. I think different people in different races and underrepresented groups add a lot. And lots of times there's not diversity in traditional fields. I think technology is a great opportunity to kind of not invest just resources, but also time, talent, and kind of, dollars to really help people chase a dream, but also really just include that diversity of thought to really get something that's different and new in a space where you may get the same thing, but in technology you're always supposed to be moving forward. So diversity really allows you to move forward faster. So,
the reality is that genius is resident equally in every zip code in our country. When you look at the children, kids come into this world perfect. We damage them, right?
Being an underrepresented minority in technology has really been a fantastic experience, and one that I'm able to be a leader for my community and show younger generations that it is possible for minorities to do the things that we've done with Monsieur. And it's really shaped me in a manner that you have to go out and really find opportunities. This whole thing is about inclusion, and a lot of times minorities don't have the same opportunities. And so it really strengthens you and makes you have to go out and find those opportunities and put yourself in the right position and to really work hard to go get what you need to get done. And so I think that having opportunities like this and me being a minority in technology should hopefully show younger generations that it is possible as long as you put in the work and do everything that you're supposed to do, then the opportunities will open up.
Let's see, being part of an underrepresented group in technology has shaped my experience by really forcing us to develop as a business. And it's more difficult to raise capital, I think, as a female-owned business, and so it's forced us to go out and get a lot of customers and really build the things in a business that are important, so that we aren't relying on investor capital and that sort of thing. So I would say, as many things in life, what presents themselves as a challenge actually turn out to be a gift. And so I think it's helped us build a much stronger business than we might have otherwise done with a lot of capital behind us.
One thing you
Companies.
take away from this is the bet that Ben and his firm are taking, which I think is incredibly important. And I think if you can win that bet, then all these bigger social problems that a lot of you have been talking about tonight can be at least addressed.